Hey guys, it's Chris here. Just kind of want to start getting into the segment of reviewing spinners since I know I said I was going to get into that eventually on my channel. So I thought whether else than Arcade from Unquiet Hands, as you can see on this lovely tin right here. And I chose this spinner because I've noticed like here recently I've been getting a little bit more into a bar phase instead of my tri phase. And I just thought, what other else than probably one of the coolest bars here on the market. So let the reviewing begin. Okay, so before we even get into the spinner itself, I just like to take a moment to appreciate all the presentation that Unquiet Hands offers with all of their premium spinners that they sell on their website. So let's set this off to the side and let's take a look. Just look at that little nice finish and print. Just in that light, it's just amazing. So let's pop the hood and see what's underneath there. So first we start out with the three original sticker designs that they created of their logo. You have their black logo, you have their black and white logo with the little symmetrical pattern going around the edges of the sticker, and then you also have the white version of their logo, just like their black version. Little twins in right there. Okay, so let's lay these out here and get into the little something else that comes with it. And like this is just one of the main reasons why I love Unquiet Hands. Like not only with how nice and premium all their spinners are, just the presentation you get when you buy it. Like whenever you buy a spinner and it just comes in like bubble wrap or something, that just gets me really mad. It's like if I spent all that time working for that money and to use it on one of your products, your presentation should be exquisite, and that's exactly what Unquiet Hands presentation is. Exquisite. So, I mean, just look at it. It's a nice little suede microfiber cloth with their logo, like I want to call it embellished into the microfiber cloth. And even as you open it, like look at all those folds. Like that was done on purpose. It was not like done on accident where it's like, oh, here, let's just wad this cloth up and then throw it in there. No, they took their time and they just folded it up nice and neat. Like I don't think I could do it even as close as they could. But it's just how like detailed they get into their packaging. So let's set that off to the side, as horrible as a folding job as I did with that. And then we also have their card of authenticity, which on the front, just like on the front of their tin, it shows their little calligraphy writing of their name of this spinner, which is called the Arcade. It's the certificate of authenticity. It's an original design made by Unquiet Hands, which if you aren't already, go ahead and follow Unquiet Hands on Instagram for more info about the Arcade and all their products. I would definitely recommend their Facebook page. There's pretty much once you join it and you get a product, you're just essentially part of the family. It's a very well cooperative group. They help each other out. People understand what other people are going through. It's just overall friendly and family group to be a part of. So I would definitely recommend joining their Facebook and Instagram if you want that much more about Unquiet Hands. But let's take a look at the specs. So the material of this is stainless steel, and I opted out for the mirror polish just because this was actually one of my first spinners with a mirror polish on it, and I just want to see kind of what a company of this standard could offer, which they did not let me down. It comes with an R188 bearing. The date made was 4/20. That's pretty funny. And of this year, 2018. It's the first batch that they made of the Arcade. And then you have like Tom Lannett's nice little signature with the little special sticker that reflects their logo on the side right there. It's just real nice. So let's put this back in here real quick. If I'm not stupid. There we go. Put that in there. Let's set that off over right here. And then finally, but not least, they come with a extra set of caps. These are, I believe, the canopy caps, which I think these originally come on there whenever you open up the spinner. But me personally, I go for the Cupulo caps. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Cupula. Sorry if I mispronounced it, but you guys know what I mean. And if you don't, just check out their website at www.unquiethands.com for all the information you need. So let's just take a look and let's go right into it. So just ignore all the fingerprints and finger marks, because I've had this spinner for a while, and I've had little scratches just from fingernails, rubbing with skin it or giving it to people, and they just don't know how to care for a spinner of this standard because they're just used to the cheapo 50-cent spinners. But there's a little wear and tear, but that's no problem because this will never leave my collection. So overall, it's just a nice like balance bar. Like you pick it up and it does not want to move at all. Like that just shows how much work went into balancing just the spinner alone. But I think overall the real test is giving it a good spin and then just kind of feeling how it feels while it's spinning on your finger. And overall, there's almost absolutely no judder. If anything, the little bit of judder is just from my hand shaking just a little bit. And yeah, otherwise it runs extremely smooth with the bearing that they come in it, which I believe is a hybrid ceramic bearing that comes in it whenever you purchase it. But it also does come with an extra bearing. That is actually one thing I forgot to put back into the packaging. It comes with an extra stainless steel bearing in there, but overall I've just kept the original in here. And like I said, I like the Cupula caps just because I'm more of a flat grip person especially whenever I spin bars. But if you're opting for more grippiness of a cap, and you're more of like a pinch grip where like your fingers are more arched like this, I would definitely go for these sets of caps. But right now I'm just going to keep these on here. But let's just take a second and look at all the exquisite machining that went into this. Like, just follow the light as I rotate this around. Up there in the top left-hand corner, the light just seems to bend like a rising or a setting sunset. Just absolutely beautiful. Especially if you give this a good cleaning before you do any type of pictures or video. It's just amazing on the reflection in your camera or your camera phone or such that you're recording, you're taking pictures on. It's just amazing. And one thing I like about it is if you actually take a second and look at all the curves and stuff that went into it, this is a very like complicated spinner, but the way they laid it out, it looks very simplistic and it doesn't like hurt your eyes just to look at it. So like you have your nice little flat edges right here on top with your nice trit cut out slots, which you can actually buy an untritted version. So then there won't be these trit slots here. It'll just be straight flat metal right there. And then of course you have this little scoop right here, and then also you have a little scoop going along the edge. But then if you look really close, if my camera will focus, you even have a third little scoop that goes right here on the corner in between this scoop, and then the flat edge. It's just right there. And especially that part right there, it works out perfect. Because no matter where your finger at, like I can catch it right here, and I like a nice preloaded flick or pull. And like say I'm going for a flick, if I just barely even rotate my finger before I flick it, my finger is already right in that groove for a nice preloaded flick. But then also you can pretty much grab it anywhere and give it a nice preloaded pull on it. Excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words. Words are hard, okay? Give me a break. First review. But let's see, what else can I say? I mean, just let alone with the polish in general. I think on the website, if you opt for a polished or a stonewashed version of this instead of the original brushed version, it's only like an extra $5. So if you think you want a polished or stonewashed, I would definitely opt for that choice. It's definitely worth your money. Because especially with the polished version, none of these corners whatsoever are hot spots. Not even the trit slots right here. There's no hot spots at all. So it gives it a nice like worry coin or worry stone effect where you can just sit there and just caress it like you should. Just sit there for a minute. It's just absolutely an amazing spinner. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that wants to get into bars, or anybody that hasn't ordered anything from Unquiet Hands before, because this is actually my first ever product that I ordered from Unquiet Hands. It wasn't even the original Atrium, which I forgot actually to mention here. So wait, let's go into this real quick. So this was my second one. I actually got this on the secondary market from a good buddy on there by the name of JB Smith, and he sent to this local Cerakote company that did this chameleon Cerakote that just color shifts between turquoise and like a deep purple. But not to get into that, because that's not what this video is about, even though these are very closely related, because the arcade is actually the bar version of this Atrium spinner, which is also made by Unquiet Hands, obviously. But you can see like the flats on the arcade are just a little bit bigger, but they both actually weigh about the same weight. I believe this comes in at about 87 to 89 grams, and this only comes in at about 84 grams. So it's only about like, I think that's 4 or 5 or 6 grams lighter, because I'm just guessing or guesstimating on the weight of these spinners, but I know, because I've measured these in the past, so I know the weight are right about there. So it's not an easy task to take something from a try all the way to a bar without doing it very, I don't want to use that word, but just halfway. Like without going halfway, it's very hard and a complicated task to do this, but Unquiet Hand, without notably recognizing, did do this exquisitely, just like everything else about them. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about it. It's a wonderful spinner. I'll have their website linked down below, also their Facebook page, so make sure you go like their page and follow them on Instagram. That will also be linked down below. And that'll be about it. I might end this with a little warp. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.